Hi, Terry here, and welcome to Times Gone Tech. Yep, it looks like Halloween season is upon us again, and it's time for another little logic puzzle. If you remember, last year I asked the question: Are ghosts actual or apparitional? Meaning, are they disembodied spirits with a consciousness and a will of their own, or are they just looped ectoplasmic video clips? Like a reflection in a mirror that sticks around after the person making the reflection leaves. Well, that was kind of a trick question in a way because it kind of makes you think that you should answer one or the other. As it turns out, the correct answer was they are both, meaning they can be either one, meaning both conditions do exist, but not at the same time. Meaning one ghost cannot be both actual and apparitional. Now, that entire conversation came with several caveats, of course. First of all, in order to join in the conversation, everybody had to agree that there is a phenomenon going on out here somewhere in the real world that we're calling ghosts. You can't answer with, ghosts aren't real, man. In the world that we were having this discussion, yes, they are. You also could not take opportunity to express any kind of personal religious opinions. It's not about, oh, I think ghosts are, like the spirits of people who got lost on their way to heaven. No, it's not what you think ghosts are. Don't care about that. The question was, are they actual or apparitional? So we were taking kind of a physics approach, I guess, to a condition of some kind of condition that was physically manifesting itself, and then trying to apply logic and physics to answer which of these two conditions are there. Kind of like Schrodinger's cat, in a way. If you don't know who Schrodinger's cat was, well, that was a cat that was owned one time by a guy named Schrodinger, and you know how cats love boxes. So Schrodinger put his cat in a box one time, closed it up, and then a thought occurred to him. Is my cat alive in there or is it dead? Uh, Logically, it had to be one or the other. It couldn't be both at the same time or neither. It had to be one or the other. You can only have one and zero. And there wasn't any way for him to know without opening the box and looking. And then it had to be one or the other. I have no idea what that has to do with our ghost actual or apparitional. I just think that's kind of a cool way of looking at things in a way, as long as the cat doesn't get hurt. Cats like boxes, so okay. Well, anyway, got another little logic puzzle for you today that is kind of along that same vein as Schrodinger's cat. And just like the conversation with the ghost, it comes with a couple of caveats. First of all, you just got to get into the spirit of things, get it? And just assume that magic is real, okay? And teleportation doesn't exist. Yeah, you had a magic wand, it was taken from you, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so here's how it goes. You wake up and you find yourself in a room. Now, this room is composed entirely of stone, walls, floor, ceiling, the whole 9 yards. There are no windows, okay? And two doors, one on each side of the room. And these are magic doors, as it turns out. And door one says, one of us can only tell the truth. Door two says, and one of us can only lie. Together they both say you may ask one question to one door, but choose carefully. Door one says, for one of us leads to your safety, and door two says, and one leads to your demise. So that's the situation. Question is, what question do you ask, and to which door do you ask it in order to know which door leads to your safety and which one you don't want to use? Well, it seems on the surface like an easy enough little puzzle, right? I mean, there's only two doors. One of them always tells the truth. One of them always lies. Should be easy enough to ask one question and figure out which it is, and then know which door to use to get out of the room with. But as with all these little logic puzzles, it's not that simple, really. In reality, the setup has no resolution. There is no question you can ask either door, and figure out from that question or from the answer that you get which door to use. Consider it this way. Let's say door 2, the one that said one door can only lie, and it also said one door leads to your demise. If that door is lying, then the other door, which said one door can only tell the truth and one door leads to your safety, is lying, which means they're both lying, which means they can't be both right. But door 2 is telling the truth, and door 2 is telling the truth when it says one door always lies, which means door 1 is lying when it says one door always tells the truth. So they're both lying, which would mean door 1 is lying about lying, which means it's telling the truth. This, in a form, actually made its way into an old Star Trek, the original series episode, by the way. I'm not going to tell you which one it is yet. See if you can guess. So if door 1 is telling the truth, one door always tells the truth, and it's telling the truth, then it's the one that always tells the truth, which means door 2 always lies, which means it's lying when it said one door always lies. So it's telling the truth, which it can't do because that would mean door 1 is wrong and it's lying, but it's the one that always tells the truth. You see how this is going? It goes around in a circle no matter how you look at it. And one door leads to your safety, one leads to your demise. Well, that's Schrodinger's cat. They can't both be right. Both conditions can't be true. Well, I guess they could. I mean, both doors could be lying, and both doors could lead to your safety, or both doors could lead to your death. The point is, you're not going to know until you open one of those doors and find out. Now, it is easy to find out which door is lying and which door is telling the truth. That's easy. Just ask either door a question with a known answer. For example, say one of the doors is brown and one of them is red. Ask the red door, door number 2, are you a red door? And if it says no, then you know it's the door that always lies, which means the other one's telling the truth. Well, the other one always tells the truth, and it said one door leads to your safety. Okay, the one that's lying said, and the other leads to your demise, but it has to be lying about that. So they're both leads to your safety. Except door 1 that always tells the truth said one door leads to your safety, not both doors. And that is a kind of a lie. It's a lie of deception. Yeah, technically it would be true if both doors lead to your safety, then yeah, one does lead to your safety, and so does the other one. That's really splitting some fine hairs. As a guy one time said, a lie of omission is a lie nevertheless. And one of those doors that's telling the truth can only tell the truth, so it couldn't leave out important information. That would be a lie. There's no way to resolve the problem. Okay, you're basically, you're kind of Schrodinger's cat, really. And only for you being in the box, Schrodinger doesn't exist, or maybe he does exist, and there's only one way to find out, and that's you got to open the box. You just got to go open one of those doors, and either it leads to your safety or it leads to your death. Anyway, I don't really spend a lot of time obsessing about this. And you notice I keep moving closer to the camera. It's because the sun over here coming up over the house and shining on my bald head, and it's reflecting into the light combined with some image from Venus reflecting onto some swamp gas out in the forest, and it's making me kind of wobble and move around and look like I've got a skeleton on my chest. So I keep moving closer to the camera to avoid the light and the swamp gas and stuff. This is one of those little thought puzzles that seems easy and simple enough at first glance, but the more you think about it, the deeper down that rabbit hole you get, and the harder it is to get out, and the more you realize it just doesn't go anywhere. There's no resolution. If you happen to know of one, though, please feel free to put it in the comments. I'm sure we'd all love to know it, because I first came across this little logic puzzle back in the mid-late 1970s, I guess, and I'm sure it's older than that. And I haven't seen a correct resolution to it yet. I've seen some ideas that the village idiot thought was pretty clever. Yeah, but no really good firm resolution. It just doesn't matter which door you ask the question to. It's either telling the truth or it's lying, and there's no way to know. So anyway, that is my little thought puzzle for this year. Be safe out there, the cat. Be safe out there trick-or-treating this Halloween, and don't be kissing any zombies.